Let me say this clearly. If you're in the friend zone, it's not because she's confused. It's not because she's not ready. And it's definitely not because you're too nice. You're in the friend zone because you accepted a role that benefits her and costs you. You became her emotional support system without requiring attraction, effort, or risk from her. And today, I'm going to break down exactly how the friend zone works, why men fall into it, and how to avoid becoming her emotional confidant ever again. Because once a woman files you under safe emotional storage, you're done. The friend zone is not rejection, it's containment. She keeps you close enough to extract attention, validation, emotional labor, consistency, but far enough that she never has to. Desire you, choose you, commit to you, you listen to her problems, you reassure her, you hype her up, you give advice about other men, and in return, you're such a good friend. I don't want to ruin what we have. You're like a brother to me. That's not bad luck. That's a bad deal. You're providing boyfriend-level investment with zero romantic leverage. Most men don't enter the friend zone. They negotiate their way into it. Here's how. You suppress your attraction. You hide your intent. You wait for the perfect moment. You play safe. You over-communicate. You over-validate. You think, if I show her I'm reliable, she'll see my value. Wrong. Attraction doesn't grow from safety. It grows from contrast. When you behave like a friend, she categorizes you as one. Women don't friend zone men they're attracted to. They friend zone men who refuse to risk rejection. Let's talk about the most dangerous position of all, the emotional confidant. This is the man she calls when she's heartbroken, anxious, bored, lonely. You hear everything. You know her trauma. You know her fears. You know what the other guy did wrong. And you think, if I'm there for her enough, she'll realize I'm different. No. You've become emotional furniture. She vents to you, then goes back to the man who excites her. Why? Because emotional safety without attraction creates dependence, not desire. And desire is what creates romance. Let's kill a dangerous fantasy right now. She is not going to wake up one day and say, "He's been here all along." That only happens in movies. In real life, attraction is either there early or it fades permanently. The longer you stay in the friend role, the more she loses the ability to see you sexually. Not because you're unattractive, but because you trained her nervous system to feel safe, not stimulated. Once you're the emotional sponge, you are no longer a romantic variable. You're predictable, available, non-threatening. And attraction dies in predictability. Men stay in the friend zone for one reason: fear of loss. You're afraid that if you state your intent, pull back, set boundaries, you'll lose her completely. But here's the truth. You already lost her. You just haven't accepted it yet. Staying close doesn't preserve attraction. It prolongs suffering. And hoping she'll change her mind keeps you passive, anxious, and invisible. This is where the shift happens. Rule number 1. Lead with intent early. You don't need a dramatic confession. You don't need pressure. You need clarity, flirting, directness, calm confidence. Let her know you see her as a woman, not a project. Rule number 2. Stop providing emotional labor without reciprocity. If she vents constantly but never invests, you step back. No explanations, no guilt, no resentment. Rule number 3. Be willing to walk away. The man who can leave is the man who commands respect. You don't negotiate attraction, you observe it. And if it's not there, you exit. If you're already there, here's the hard truth. You don't talk your way out. You don't convince your way out. You don't prove your way out. You either Change the dynamic, or you leave. That means pulling back, reducing availability, stopping emotional support, reclaiming your time. And if attraction doesn't emerge, you move on with dignity. Because self-respect is more attractive than loyalty to rejection. The friend zone isn't a curse, it's a lesson. A lesson in boundaries, a lesson in intent, a lesson in self-worth. Stop auditioning for roles that don't choose you. Stop rewarding people who don't invest. Stop confusing kindness with passivity. Be clear. Be decisive. Be willing to lose what doesn't want you. That's how you avoid becoming her emotional confidant. And that's how you stop living in the friend zone permanently.